Men of Reddit, what's a myth about men that's 100% untrue and it infuriates you whenever you hear it? If we take long in the bathroom, we are not always jacking off. Sometimes we're just enjoying a long shower or browsing memes. Yeah, they joke cause I like taking long showers, and every time everyone's like new moon face, new moon face, new moon face, new moon face when I walk out of my longer shower sessions, and I'm always just like, you think I was doing that for 40 minutes straight? Nah, I was just thinking about being a superhero. Yeah, know what? I did give a about my wedding day. I cannot believe the amount of people, mostly ladies, who just straight up assumed, all you have to remember is where to be and to say I do, right? Ha ha ha. Annoying. I had ideas of how I wanted it to look and how I wanted it to go as well. But my goodness, not a single person thought I gave a, even though I constantly was trying to give my take on stuff. It was always met with, oh, you don't need to worry about that, or, oh, the ladies will figure that out. Like, this is infuriating. People are always so surprised when we were planning a wedding and I said, I'm in charge of catering, the cake, the DJ, and centerpieces. They were amazed that I cared about my wedding and wanted to help plan it. How men are on commercials. How we can't do laundry, cook, raise kids, or anything without our wives coming to show us how. Look, I'm single and I do all my own cleaning, laundry, dishes, etc. I have never stared at a mop like it was a plasma death ray, nor have I ever had to rush out to buy dinner because I burned mine, well, a few times when drunk, but that's not the same thing. I also am capable of taking care of a baby without having to call a woman to give me directions. I don't have kids, but I have younger cousins and whatnot. I can change a diaper and bottle feed just fine. Edit, rip my inbox. Lord, this blew up. 7,000 upvotes and over 100 responses. Looks like I am not alone. Thank you. I'm a girl with a whole bunch of younger brothers. My mom insisted that she wanted all of her sons to know how to cook, clean, do laundry, mend clothes, etc. And they do. These are important life skills, no matter your gender. Just like women should master certain masculine skills, like basic home maintenance and car repairs. I love Bath and Body Works. I love mojitos, margs, and other fruity cocktails. I will always buy pads/tampons when asked. I cry sometimes. I can point out/notice a good-looking guy, as a straight guy. This is the one that gets me the most. Sometimes I feel like I can't compliment a new haircut or whatever. I hate the no homo thing. A compliment isn't gay unless you make it gay. That we are emotionless. Sometimes it is not the right situation to show how you are feeling. Just because I am not showing it doesn't mean I am not feeling it. Can I like this comment more than once? When I was younger, my grandmother passed away, and I internalized everything. Everyone just assumed that I was indifferent about it, and when I was asked to say something at her funeral and I declined, people assumed I didn't care. The fact was that I didn't want to lose it on stage in front of an entire church. The day of the funeral I bawled my eyes out not 2 seconds in. Moral of the story, every guy has feelings. Even if he's silent, he's probably still mourning/angry/happy/sad, etc. I have personally never talked to a guy friend about how their girlfriends are in bed, or really anything about their lives. Follow up, I have reviewed the comments, thank you for your replies. If there is one thing I can stress to the people who do desire to engage in gossip, make sure you secure permission from your significant other first, and that applies to all genders. You may be unwittingly hurting your partner's feelings. The only reason I know my best friend of over 10 years isn't a virgin is because he's got 2 kids. He stole those kids so you wouldn't rip on him for being a. That they don't need compliments. I hate it when I do it to my male friends and some other acquaintance will overhear and tease me for it. But when I do it to a female friend, nobody gives. I believe that guys deserve to be complimented sincerely once in a while, like everybody else. I struggle a lot with self-esteem and self-worth. I started seeing someone lately, she gives me a lot of compliments, and I honestly don't really know how to handle it. I've never exactly gotten many compliments through my life, and when I asked a few people I know about it, they all admitted they thought I'm attractive. I was baffled. The thought that I could be good looking is foreign to me, precisely because I never get compliments of any kind. My other male friends feel pretty much the same way. We think about every 7 seconds. I remember this one coming up in health class. Like, can you imagine how hard it would be to get through the day if that were true? It's so inane it should be impossible to believe, but some people don't want to think for half a second to realize how ridiculous this fact is, apparently. That if we turn down unwanted advances there's something wrong with us, or that we should enjoy be grateful every time we get approached. No, I don't like the fact that stranger just grabbed my and tried to stick her tongue down my throat. WTF is wrong with you? Any damn time I put my kilt on I have had women try and lift it up to see if I have anything on underneath. How is this acceptable? Stop doing that. That all men cheat. I know just as many women that cheat, as well. I was cheated on once, and it was really hard in that space to think of men as anything other than all the stereotypes here. The second or so night I was going through it, all I could think was, all men are terrible crazed idiots who should never be allowed the light of day. I tried Googling statistics to prove to myself that more men cheat than women but found that, well, it's about equal. Turns out some people are just assholes, regardless of gender. Edit. Wow, thanks for silver. That's probably the best thing I got out of being cheated on face with tears of joy. That men can't be victims of abuse or domestic violence from women. Yeah, we can, and statistically, if we report it, there's a solid chance that we'll be the ones going to jail for it, even if all we did was take it and not fight back. Screw that. Edit. Holy crap, gold for getting angry at a past experience. My brothers who have dealt with this, I'm sorry. I wish I had advice for dealing with it, but I unfortunately don't. To all others. FBI says at least 40% of domestic violence happens to men. We need to destigmatize this and make punishment just as severe for women who perpetrate abuse as it is for men. Yes. Men can endure domestic violence. Women can perpetrate domestic violence. This is not a condemnation of women or a defense of violent men. It is merely a statement of fact. A man who says he has endured domestic violence is not taking anything away from women who have endured domestic violence. Neither is he a perpetrator who is lying in an attempt to justify or continue his violence. He is just a man who is sharing his experience. In 2003, a GF of mine once let out a torrent of punches because she was pissed. We were standing in the driveway, summer, there were people about. No one asked if I needed help. I took it, let her hit me until she stopped. After all, I am a man and sucking things up is what we do. At no point did I even think about hitting her back. Had I though? My life would have been ruined. I didn't think to hit her back because I spent my 20s reflecting and coming to grips with the violence of my first 20 years of life. That only creepy men enjoy being around children. The problem is society makes every man who enjoys being around children a creep. I love kids and they're very entertaining, but I have to be careful because people will be quick to judge and accuse me of things. Edit. A word. Seriously, I was standing in the checkout line at the grocery store the other day and this woman's son, probably 5 years old, started showing me this little toy laser gun his mom bought him. I was just playing along and acted like I was super interested, as you do, and his mom gave me this angry look like she didn't want me interacting with her kid. I'm a 21-year-old guy and people already think I'm a creep if I interact with a kid. Sweet. When my kids were little, I would take them to library story time. There was a male librarian who would sometimes lead the story time, and yep, some of the moms assumed he was a pedo and wouldn't go when he was leading. I wish more men would get into elementary education, but I totally understand why they don't. They complain that children don't have enough male role models at the same time. Men don't cry. Had this forced into me from a young age by my mother. Same, my parents kept drilling this into me and my brothers from a young age. And as a result of it, I feel obligated to not cry and keep my emotions bottled in instead of letting it all out, even in the company of a relative or a close friend. With the exception of my current girlfriend and my previous one, no one has seen me cry since I was 11 because I've always tried to release my emotions differently or wait till I'm alone with no one close by before crying it out. I like cute things and it does not emasculate me to talk about them. I baby talk at my dogs, don't act like you don't, I like pointless anime garbage what's sole purpose is to tickle the cute sensors in your brain, and I like seeing girls wear cute clothes regardless of whether or not I want to see those clothes come off. Now, I said it doesn't emasculate me to enjoy these things, but I still can't do it out loud because everyone else is such an insecure that I'll get harassed until the cows come home and leave and come back again.